to the club, 'cause you're that kind of nerd.
Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am CJ Mellon, joined by Joshua Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
I don't like the way you introduced me. Do it again.
Brian Thornton!
Slightly better.
Aw. Well, I missed you too, buddy. Nice to see you. I realize I can't intro the show as the weekly show that tells you what's going on in the nerdy world, considering that we're doing this every 2 weeks right now because the
Bi-weekly? It's a bi-weekly
Bi-weekly show.
Yeah, but that just sounds weird.
Semi-monthly.
The show that does stuff every once in a while.
Very true. But being that it's been a while.
You're not going to do it?
Mm-mm.
You're not going to do
I did
it?
in my head. That's enough.
No?
Mm-mm.
No?
It's been a while. Damn it. Since we got together, I have to start off with a topic that was requested heavily by people going, are you guys going to talk about this?
You have to start off with this?
I have to, and it takes us into my favorite hobby, where I go around the internet, I find the weird, I find the obscure, and then, I ask you two yahoos for your tech perspective.
I doubt you have to. You don't have to do anything. Why are you letting the man dictate what you do,
I'm
sir?
letting the listener dictate what we do.
Uh-huh. Not what we do. I refuse.
Well, Brian, this topic is about you. People want to know your reaction.
Did I get a job in Hollywood that I don't know about?
Perhaps. People want to know your reaction to this very topic.
Do they?
They do. I've had 5 people ask me just please tell me this is your number one topic today, which is the very last Blockbuster store is now available as an Airbnb full of movies that you could rent for $4.
The movies are $4 or the Blockbuster is $4?
No. The Airbnb is $4. A one-night stay is $4.
$4.
If I refuse to leave after the one night stay, do they charge me late fees?
I gotta tell you, dude, I'm kind of afraid Dirty Mike and the boys got in there for $4 and had a soup kitchen in there.
Let's just do it that way. This is in Oregon right now. It's the last standing.
Well, there's only one.
Now.
There's only one.
Right.
So it's not right now. It's in Oregon. It's always in Oregon.
Well, until it closes, then it's not there anymore. Starting August 17th, it will go on sale, and you can reserve it for $4. One-night reservations are going to take place on September 18th, 19th, and the 20th. Looks like it's going to be a contentious bidding war, to be honest, on who gets there first.
Is it a bidding war, or is it first come, first to be served?
First come, first served, but then people are going to black market these fucking Airbnb things. I mean, come on.
You telling me people are going to scalp a Blockbuster? That's just seems weird. If you've seen one Blockbuster, you've seen them all.
Oh, no, sir. But the picture in your show notes right now is, Brian, when you say you've seen one, you've seen them all. No, sir. Take a look at the way this Blockbuster is formatted. They've got the nice TV screen. They got the bed.
No, wait. When you say nice TV screen, what is that? That's a square screen. That's not even...
If it's anything like what they already had in there, that's nothing nice about it.
Come take a look in the show notes.
I'm loading it now. Why don't you chill out?
I bet you they got a VCR. They got a VCR.
It's a
up in
VCR.
there.
Yep. It's clearly made for VHS. Like, they're really...
Well, what the hell?
Experience.
Where was this shit when I was working there?
I don't know.
It's a nice little couch. I mean,
it's a pull-out sofa bed.
It's a projection screen. It's a projection screen TV.
Are you sure?
Yeah, dude. Look at that thing. It's like a 61-inch Toshiba rear projection.
Yeah, it's definitely a rear projection.
Oh, I thought you meant it was a projector, like it was an overhead.
No, not a projector.
Right.
It's a rear projection TV. I mean, it looks nice. Doesn't look like any Blockbuster I worked in, and I worked in a lot.
Well, the outside is very typically blockbustery, but
the area where you stay there, it's missing a whole C-store and counter.
They made this they just made one corner look nice. The rest of it looks like that old dingy blue carpet with the shitty shelving and
the mice.
Don't get me wrong, I loved working at Blockbuster, but yeah, I don't know. What are you supposed to do in one night? One night, you can watch one night. You can watch 4 movies. If you stay up all night, what's the point?
What time's check-in? Because it's going to take me hours to determine how to best spend my time.
Right, it's going to take at least an hour to decide what movies.
And is there a candy rack even?
I don't know, but there is this. If you do have a reservation, you can call the store's number, what they have listed here. You can tell the staff what you like and what you don't like in movie genres. You'll get a tailored recommendation from an employee, just like you would in the 90s. And then, you can go ahead and... enjoy your Blockbuster day. Have a Blockbuster night, right? Wasn't that the catch? Wasn't that the slogan?
Make it a Blockbuster night.
There you go. Make it a Blockbuster night.
Fucking 3x4 screen. Ridiculous.
If you're watching VHS, that's fine. That's what it was made for. You're not getting.
They're not VHS though. They're all DVD. At the very least, they're DVD, mostly Blu-ray.
Right. I'm saying for this experience,
This looks like VHS.
VHS. That's what I'm saying. This experience is very predicated on VHS.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, there is no VHS in that store.
It looks like there's a ton of VHS right here in this picture.
VHS is right there.
Right where? I'm looking at the same picture.
Look to the left of the television. Those are VHS tapes.
No, those are DVDs.
I don't know, man.
Trust, those are DVDs.
Blow
trust
up
me.
the picture.
I'm blowing it up.
Enhance.
It looks.
Enhance.
It doesn't.
It is enhanced. It is as enhanced as it's going to get. I'm telling you, those are DVDs. I'm also telling you, as an ex-employee of this estate, they phased out VHS.
They shipped all of them to this store.
This is the last one, dude.
No. I mean, they got rid of VHS. I have zoomed in. These are DVDs.
I think those are cassette tapes to the right of the TV.
Those are VHS to the immediate on the shelf. But to the left, like in the actual store, those are DVDs.
I'm not saying in the store. I'm saying on the shelves.
Yes, in the actual. No one's talking about in the store. In the cabinet where your
no one's
Airbnb
watching from the 10 VHS that they have. And you know what?
Man,
I guarantee you those boxes are empty.
They have to put the VHS tapes because the VHS player is hooked up to the TV.
Guarantee you those VHS boxes are empty.
How can you guarantee that?
I'm just guaranteeing.
Did you say VHS player and not VCR?
Yeah, I did because
Okay.
it's been like 20 years.
You see this bedspread? How more 90s can you get?
I mean, being trapped in a Blockbuster, I think it says more 90s as you can get.
That bedspread looks like the intro of Saved by the Bell.
It does.
It looks like the intro, yeah.
Yeah, it does. This is funny. This is cool. I'll never obviously do it, and I would you'd probably get murdered and videotaped this entire time, right?
I mean, how much does a ticket to Oregon cost?
Too much. It costs you 2 weeks of coronavirus. At least.
Well, you just isolate.
Touché.
You just isolated the Blockbuster. You're fine.
Yeah, you're right.
You can
you're right.
only stay for
Isolating
one
the
night.
Blockbuster after having gone through an airport, boarded
Brian.
a flight, gone to another airport, waited, boarded a second flight to get to Oregon, and then gone through that airport, gotten in a dingy ass cab or Uber, gotten to the Blockbuster. I hope this living room setup is like right in front of the windows and they haven't blacked them out.
100%.
So people can just stand there and look.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the voyeuristic stuff just takes on over.
Dirty Mike and the boys telling you they will come in there.
That's what I'm saying. I think that couch is probably from the 90s. Probably stained. You know, just definitely not worth it.
Stiff cushions.
I'll tell you what, the 90s are coming back in a big way. I'm sure that's all.
I'll
brand
say
new.
this. So this is $4 to rent the Airbnb off of this. Completely unrelated. AMC announced they're gonna reopen, right? And they're doing 15-cent tickets, right, for like the first like week or so for like classic movies like Back to the Future and stuff like that. For 15 cents a ticket, I'm buying out the whole goddamn theater. What's it gonna cost me? Like $30? Done. Better than $4 for this Blockbuster where, yeah, Dirty Mike and the boys are gonna make me do things that I don't want to do and we'll never forget.
I'm surprised you don't have. The
Yeah, I mean,
Paramount,
how
of
many?
course,
That's a good question. How many seats are in a theater? 180?
Well, they're limiting the amount too. So
It depends. It depends on the size of the theater. You can fit anywhere between 800 to
No, how many
1,500.
seats are in a theater?
It depends on the size of the theater. You
An
can fit
IMAX
anywhere
theater.
between eight.
oh, an IMAX? I don't know. Depends.
200
Depends on the size of the theater.
Probably 800 to 1,000.
No, there's not 1,000 seats in
yes,
there.
there is.
There's no way.
Yeah, there are.
There's 30 rows and there's what? There's no way
There's like
30.
50 seats
Oh,
or
God, are we
30
doing
to
this?
50 seats a row. Again, it depends on the theater.
So 600, 20 rows by 30 seats is what we're talking.
Sure. All right. I'm not going to do the math. What rabbit hole are we down right
So
now? How
$90
much would it cost?
$90.
So 90,
What are we
but
freaking talking about right now?
renting out the
This
IMAX
has
theater.
nothing to do with
He said
Blockbuster.
15 cents a seat.
15 cents. 15 cents.
We're well past Blockbuster.
We're done with the Blockbuster. We've moved on to the Blockbuster. Okay, since Blockbuster was a nostalgic renaissance there for Mr. Brian Thornton, Joshua Burns, we can go down the music rabbit hole that was our nostalgia. And that is with a handy tool called Radio.
That's called radio.
Radio.
I'm going to go with Radio.
Yeah.
The fact that both of you paused and thought about it makes me happy.
Okay, good. Tell me about radio, Joshua.
I found an article on Reddit that linked me to this app. So it's an app. It's an app for your iPhone.
It's a web app too.
Yep. Oh, it's a web app too. So the really cool thing, right? You can select a country, select a decade, and it will play the songs that were popular in that decade in that country. That's kind of cool. Like, it's not, again, not something you're like, oh, this is for a long road trip. Probably not, right? But if you're like, oh, I want to listen to nothing but 90s music from Canada, and you could do that.
I'm really curious to get. They have the 1900s
90s music in Canada, just
80s
Canada's music right now.
No, it's just 80s music from the U.S.
Or is it just 80s music? Oh, I mean, okay, yeah.
Yeah, you're usually a decade behind.
Yeah,
but you can also go back to the 1900s. You go to 19. So I mean, like I have the 1900 on USA on right now. And,
lots of bangers, right?
It's, whoo. I'm going to go to the Roaring 20s and go to 100 years ago.
Lots of bangers. No, look, it's just one of those things. I think a lot of times, music, tends to tell a story. This is kind of cool.
I just like the fact, too, that you can grab other countries. Like, I had no idea what's in Algeria in, the 1970s.
Why would you want to know?
It's like, here you go. To be cultured, Brian.
In the 1970s? You're
not?
Cultured in the wrong decade.
What was going on in Brazil in 1970 on the radio?
Carnival.
That's always happening.
Yes.
No, this is pretty interesting. I like this stuff.
Yes.
More things like this.
Right.
Like in Russia, it's just static. For most of the decades that I'm looking at, just utter static. Oh, hold on. There's a message here. Something about communist stuff. All right, we're good to go. But you can even choose to like go through weird stuff, right? They have options up there for like slow music, fast music, and then they say weird.
Yeah.
And they play like the weird shit that comes on the radio. Yeah, I'm gonna be digging around in this for a little bit.
Yeah, I played with it for like an hour. It's kind of cool.
Hell,
and it's free. Everybody, it's free. Just check it out.
Yeah, just take a pick at it. You can submit your own musical gems. You can even like songs. This is actually pretty cool. Select multiple deck. They have they have a shuffle mode, right, for exploration. They have a taxi mode, which selects multiple decades and countries, and then an island mode. What the hell's the island mode?
He puts you on an island.
Oh, so it's like genres and put it all together. Interessante.
Now I'm listening to Russia's music from now. It's a lot of doo 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 doo.
Are you on slow, fast, or weird?
Slow, fast.
No, what? No, that wasn't an option.
No, he has slow and fast.
I have slow and fast.
Ah.
Now I was going.
Is it a car alarm? Is it playing you a car alarm?
The system is down. The system is down. That's what it's playing right now. Oh my God, how incredible. If you got that reference, good on you. Welcome to the club. I appreciate you. So you know that. Last thing I had for tech perspective, this was interesting. A little bit of a tangent. We talked a while ago about the Amazon Go store where you can just walk in, walk the hell out, and
I've watched videos of this place. It's kind of cool.
Somehow you pay for shit. It's very odd. But now Amazon has introduced something called the Amazon Dash Cart. It relies exclusively on the technology that is inside of the cart, right? So no sensors like they have in the Amazon Go store, and enables you to basically do what you would do in the Amazon Go store, but with a cart. So no sensors all over the shelves, no cameras playing all over the place. Put this stuff in your cart and GTFO.
Is this a partnership with someone else? Looks to me like these will be available at select other stores.
Yeah.
Right, for Amazon account, Prime account holders, whatever. Like, so I mean, you have your method of payment stored. Obviously, you grab a Dash cart instead of the regular grocery cart. You do all your shopping.
Mm-hmm.
You roll the fuck out. Like, this could be something they put at Whole Foods now, right?
Well, yeah, right. Obviously, they'll put it in Whole Foods, but then it sounds like they're going to license this out to
to other chains,
places.
Amazing.
It's just like I got to be honest. But by my apartment complex, I have about 5 carts sitting out by the dumpster right now.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you what my favorite thing is at the grocery store. I like to. I use the self-checkout exclusively just so that I don't have to interact with humans. But what I like to do is while I'm at the self-checkout, I go slowly and I look around and I watch how much people steal at the self-checkout. It is unbelievable. I'm watching I'm watching this lady next to me. She's putting heirloom tomatoes in as regular tomatoes. She's putting like the $3.50 a pound apples in as the good. She's putting in giant Honeycrisp apples in as golden delicious 99-cent apples. She's cheating every single thing that she can possibly do. Just 2 bunches of rosemary, 1 rosemary.
I used to know people in college who would do that, right? You find what would weigh similar to it with a lower price. The scales are out in the produce section.
That's cheating. That's stealing.
And people are like, donuts, boom, 45 cents, but it's really vegetables. And I'm saving so much money. I can
see you have 8 bagels in that bag. Why did you say you have 2 bagels?
Right. See, that's why at Target they shame you with that camera that makes you look disgusting and ugly. Or just maybe that's just how I actually look.
I just love watching people with the thievery.
So the thing about this cart too is that it has a touchscreen up front,
and they look up at you, and you go. You give them like the Lee Trevino shaking his head in Happy Gilmore. You're just no.
I'm disappointed.
That's right.
So this cart has a touchscreen up front that will allow you to access your Alexa shopping list, as well as view items that are in the cart, and of course, if you have it, a coupon code. Put your coupon codes in that way. Then you just stroll through a designated checkout lane, and Amazon will bill you automatically. Yes. Which is awesome, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, all right. I like this. Is this the future?
The other thing that Amazon has recently rolled out, which again, I think pairs very well with this, is that they, for those of you that have credit cards that you accumulate points, I know Chase cards are one of these that they allow you to pay on Amazon with your points for actually a pretty decent rate. It's like a penny and a quarter is 1 point, and that's the max value you ever get out of Chase points is a penny and a half per point. So it's a really good rate. You generally don't get a rate like that anywhere else, especially like if you were buying gift cards or taking it as a statement credit or whatever. Although they are running a pretty amazing statement credit thing right now. So any of you with Chase cards, take a look at the pay yourself back option. But if you have it logged into Amazon and you go to your Amazon checkout right now, there is an option to pay with points from your credit card, which is really cool. And that's that rolls right into this as well. Like times are, for everybody, times are a little bit tight, right? You're generally fewer shopping trips. You're trying to maximize your time. You're trying to buy a little bit more in bulk, go out a little bit less. This is another way that, you can tighten the belt without really no negative effects, because you're using the points that you're not going to use on travel anyway.
I would just like to note, looking at that time, Chase, that was at least an $8 pitch. I mean, like $8 just for that. We're not getting any of this money. I'm just saying we should probably get some. So reach out to Chase. I think we deserve this. All right, let's now turn our attention to the world of TV and movies in a segment that we call Screen to Stream. We're going to start off with the Joshua topic, which is the only Walton Goggins.
Love me some Walton Goggins.
Once you just say Walton Goggins, Josh is like, you had me at Walton, and I'm done. So whatever you want, you're there.
I'm in.
He's doing a mockumentary about the fictional character John Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the trailer, Josh, and by trailer I mean teaser. I have so many questions. What is this? What
it's strange. I don't know. It's very strange. It's a mockumentary. I mean, who knows? It's like the Legend of Ron Burgundy, but like way more strange.
The quote that I thought was great, which was, John Bronco is one of those mythic characters you almost can't believe is real, but thanks to the treasure trove of archival footage we found, you can see he definitely is. And it sounds like the guy who invented the Ford Bronco. Is that what I'm getting at? Like
the greatest pitch man who ever lived.
I'm so confused by this, but also very intrigued. Because Walton Goggins does some weird shit.
Walton Goggins. His commercials were on every channel, and his jingle went triple platinum. Launched his own cologne, breakfast cereal, video game, action figure, you name it. He was the very embodiment of the American dream.
Sure.
Until it all came crashing down.
That's what I want right there. I want the demise, the fall of the once great Titan.
You're getting it.
Here, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play for you, listener, a portion of this trailer for you.
He was a rodeo rider. racing champion, a sex symbol, and the greatest pitchman in history. Until he disappeared. Now, for the first time ever, the world will learn the story of John Bronco.
For more information, check out johnbronco.com.
That's where I'm at. Hashtag where is John Bronco? Down the rabbit hole. I'm going down the rabbit hole. Take action. Sign the petition. Report a sighting. Spread the word.
We fell into a viral marketing campaign. No,
it's gonna turn out to be like an ad for going to Texas or something.
This is a great part of the article. The voiceover that you just heard, listeners, that's according to the voiceover from your old pal Dennis Quaid, doing his damnedest to make sure for a split second that you might think it's actually Kurt Russell.
Listen, submit your sighting. Did you see John at the supermarket? Did you see him at a local event? Were you at dinner and saw him outside a window? Maybe you were stopped at a light and he pulled up next to you. Did you call your friend and accidentally call John instead? Was he the guy your sister brought to Thanksgiving? Were you in line for the bathroom at the club and the guy behind you started talking to you and that guy was John?
Was he at that last Blockbuster in the Airbnb section?
Dude, this is crazy. And then they have these sightings. July 4th, Castle Rock, Colorado. June 5th, 1999, Ocean City, New Jersey.
Oh, so this is a whole thing.
I was walking along the beach when I saw a man in a cowboy hat just staring out at the ocean. I couldn't believe my eyes when I realized it was John. I ran up to him and said, "You're my hero." I'll never forget his words. He looked at me and said, "Kid, a hero is remembered. But a legend never dies. Don't steal from the Sandlot." I ran back to tell my parents, but when we turned around, he was gone. This is so strange.
This is like those Bill Murray stories too.
Yeah.
So moving from the weird to the one that pretty much just made me cry. We got a trailer for Robin's Wish.
Yeah.
Going into kind of the end of the life, really, of Robin Williams.
And that apparently he had like a brain.
Oh, yeah.
A degenerative brain disease of some flavor?
Like body dementia thing. It's like a really... So first they thought it was like just Parkinson's and, he got that diagnosis, he was gone. But apparently it was his whole mental decline that he was completely not in control of, right? Like,
I mean...
It gets sadder every time
I'm going to watch. I have to watch. I've said countless times on this show and on social media and other places that Robin Williams was such a huge influence on me from a very young age. I love all of his movies and I love all of his material. And he's makes you laugh, makes you cry, makes you think. Super versatile, amazing actor, just and an all around amazing dude. So
in high school, me and my best friend Rob, when we were waiting for play practice, to start, or we're in the hallway, we were just goofing around. Anytime it was doing Robin Williams stand-up. It was like a combination of let's mash together Robin Williams stand-up, George Carlin stand-up. If anyone thinks it's funny, it's ours. If anyone thinks it bombs, it's Robin. So it wasn't us. Clearly, wasn't my thing. This is Robin Williams and stealing those jokes, but really kind of appreciating the work that he did, and then just everything about him is incredible. And it's such a tragic story about his decline and his death, and just how wrong it was for that kind of person that he is. That's how it had to go down.
I'm going to watch it. The man was a genius. I will probably cry. I mean, where's this showing?
It's going to be on VOD and digital on September 1st. No one's showing anything anywhere. It only shows in your house. Nothing's going to be in anywhere.
Think you knew what I meant by the question, and now I'm just going to call you a dick, and we'll move on.
If I see one more headline saying that Raised by Wolves, the new Ridley Scott series premiering on HBO Max, gives us such vibes of Alien, I'm going to just start punching people.
Oh, it's so weird.
Shit.
So weird.
It reminds you of Alien. It's Ridley Scott. Okay? Right? Like, it's all going to, Christopher Nolan stuff really reminds me of Dark Knight, right? Like, no shit.
It's kind of what he does.
That's his whole appeal. Learn another way to describe Ridley Scott. Anyway, trailer looks really freaking weird. Like again, Ridley Scott, so fine. But Josh, I thought this was interesting. This is a 10-episode series, right?
Mm.
bypassing like HBO and going directly into that HBO Max bucket, right? It's being labeled as the HBO Max, HBO Max, HBO Max, not HBO.
Okay, are they all dropping at once?
I don't know. I don't know how HBO Max does that.
Okay, so if all episodes are available the same day, then I will say, oh, that must be an HBO Max thing. If they do it 1 week at a time, I don't give a shit what you call it. It's not streaming. It's nothing new. It's more of the same.
That's
so like
not
a new
accurate.
episode
What?
at Sunday at 7 is.
If it is showing on an internet-based
Nope.
app, it is streaming.
No, if
period.
it's episodic and only
It's-
available on a weekly basis, that's just HBO's. That's just HBO's thing. That's what they do.
That's not how it works. I'm sorry.
But you can say the same thing about Handmaid's Tale. That was a weekly drop on Hulu, but it was only available on Hulu. That's a streaming show.
No,
just because
that's
it
just
happens
TV.
to be owned by
That's
Warner
just
Brothers
that's just
doesn't
TV.
mean
That's just
No,
TV.
that's not just TV. That's streaming.
this is what TV has become. It is streaming. And there are different ways to stream different things.
If it's not all available at once, I don't even want to fucking hear about it.
well,
It's TV. It's just then it's just TV.
it's all TV,
Stop.
Josh.
It's not TV.
It's all TV.
HBO Max. They're very clear about that.
Nope. If it's all available at once, okay, then it may be something new. It's against their normal recipe. But if it's not, then it's just their.
This is
normal
my
shit.
bigger. This is my bigger question. And again, the concern I had with HBO Max that I kind of said. Did anyone at HBO get involved in this? And then is the quality up to HBO settings? Or is it just put on HBO Max? This is Warner Brothers, and therefore we're at the Warner Brothers level.
It doesn't look like something I'm gonna watch.
This show looks like the visual representation of the 8-minute Russian song I just listened to.
It kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued, but like not at all going to make this appointment TV unless
wouldn't
people
say
are like literally
intrigued.
shitting themselves over it. But
That's intrigued isn't the word I would use.
yeah, what would you say?
I am meh about it
You're meh.
at most.
Okay.
I am at most.
I'm gonna forget this even exists.
I don't
until
even
somebody
care
tells me
enough
about
to add the eh. I save my for things that deserve it.
This is another bit of interesting news just from the streaming perspective. And again, continuing on HBO Max, we all remember, at least in the fact that it came out, not that we watched it, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
I watched it.
Where did you watch it on, Brian?
I watched it on Netflix.
You watched it on the Netflix.
Addendum. I watched the first 2 parts. I haven't watched part 3 yet.
Well, apparently it didn't do too well because Netflix canceled it. And now it's being...
I'm not so sure that's the answer to that, but okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then inform me in a minute because it's heading apparently to HBO Max.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. They're going to finish it up. I think part 4 is going to be the last part that will be on Netflix. And then it'll go to HBO Max. I do not believe it has anything to do with any sort of we're not getting the streams out of Sabrina. I think it has to do with the fact that Warner Brothers has their own streaming app now, and technically Warner Brothers owns the rights to Archie and the entire universe they're in, which includes Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
This is all that Berlanti-verse.
As soon as they're able to, they will grab Riverdale and all the DC shows off of Netflix as well. Netflix has got like some issues because they just lost all the Marvel movies too.
Yeah.
So
How is Sally Draper?
The show itself is great. Everyone's wonderful.
The actress is fine. I watched I think two or 3 episodes and I didn't care at all. My wife watched part 1 and 2. I don't think she cared for part 3 at all very much.
I haven't gotten a chance to. Haven't even started part 3 yet.
Wow. Okay. So hold on.
HBO Max has got to pad out their lineup. So as soon as their deal with Netflix is done, they're going to take all of this shit back. You'll have Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Riverdale, Sabrina, all on HBO Max.
Interesting. So the question though is, does that get produced? Are there going to be new episodes on HBO Max, or is it just going to be the only way to stream this is through? Because didn't Netflix?
It's got a following.
But didn't Netflix?
Got enough of a following.
Okay, but Netflix paid for the first 4
They
seasons.
paid for the rights to do it for X amount of time.
Okay.
That's probably coming up right now.
Interesting.
Or I mean, in Netflix eyes, it might very well be, well, we don't think it has the staying power to not just produce another season, but to also pay the rights to keep it for another year.
at both times.
which I'm sure Warner Brothers, who has their own streaming app now, is going to be like, we're going to hike that price way up and make it so it doesn't make any sense for you to do it.
I have a question. Does Warner Brothers have their own streaming app right now?
Yeah, it's the third time Brian said it, so they must.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'm not so sure.
Is this the first time that Netflix has lost a series that was quote unquote doing well and then it goes to another service?
A series? I don't know. They just lost all the Marvel movies.
Yeah,
like
movies we get. The things that they don't make obviously can roll around from place to place. We're used to that with Netflix. But we're not used to a series launching on Netflix and then going somewhere else, right? That hasn't happened before.
In about 2 years, you'll experience that with Daredevil.
Oh, you wish. Right? But this is the first time this has happened.
Okay, bud. Okay.
I've seen things go from Amazon or things go from network to Netflix, right? That's how Lone Survivor and a couple other shows.
Designated Survivor,
not Lone
The
Survivor.
Expanse.
Right. Okay, so see, those shows came to Netflix to be saved. I haven't seen something
The
born.
Expanse went to Amazon, but okay.
Okay, I haven't seen anything born on Netflix and leave to go somewhere else. I think this is the first time this has happened, right?
I believe so.
Josh, what do you think about this? Though? I mean, with knowing the fact that the rights are owned by somebody else and having this leave and go to another service, what do you think this kind of says about what we're in right now and the streaming wars as they're progressing?
It sounds to me like everybody's going to end up paying more for the same shit. So it's the first thing that pops into my head is that
The only people who win the streaming wars are the studios.
in the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die.
We all lose in this scenario, is the point.
We also have another trailer for a person who I'm very much on board with right now, and that's Shia LaBeouf, who went a little cuckoo bananas method acting for this one for a movie called The Tax Collector. Shia LaBeouf actually got that whole chest piece that this character has tattooed on his chest.
Did you watch the trailer?
I did not watch the trailer.
I
Okay,
did.
you made a mistake. The trailer looks fucking fantastic.
I heard it has. It's being ripped apart, though, in all the reviews.
I don't give a shit what anybody says. This trailer looks fantastic.
Trailer looks fantastic, but I mean, my man, David Ayer is hit or miss.
Oh, fuck, hit or miss, fine. Training
So
Day,
this
was
could be
that
a
hit or
miss.
miss?
That's all I'm saying. Could be a miss.
I just like Shia LaBeouf. I think he's a fantastic actor.
I
As do
think the
I.
people that Ayer works for know how to put together a trailer. Like,
Fine.
yeah,
Look,
but Shia looks great. He looks
I'm
solid.
bought in. I'm bought into his character. I'm bought into whatever he did to get into character for this. I want to see it.
I just like, I mean, again, Shia being Shia and the bullshit I've apologized for saying before. The tattoo on the chest seems a little much, but I mean, I'll go for it.
Watch the trailer.
I'm watching the trailer right now. It looks good. So, all right. So you guys are definitely on board for this. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll give it a watch.
Oh, okay.
I'm on. Yes, it will get watched at least once.
I'm not running to the theater to see it.
Okay. I mean, I respect Shia enough to give it a watch. I'm just always David Ayers is not my guy. He's not the person that ever draws me in. But I'll watch it for Shia. Okay. All right. One more thing I want to talk about, and then we're going to move on to a little game in honor of this part. The reboot of Saved by the Bell just dropped a trailer that will be available on Peacock. Brian, they come right out and even reference the damn caffeine pills in this trailer.
Yeah, Elizabeth Berkley, man, like she does not care anymore.
No, yeah, no way. Just lean. I think anyone who's coming back for this is just leaning into, sure, give me that money and just, that's fine. I'll take the paycheck. But
Where
the kid
is Kelly Kapowski?
I'm sure she'll come back for some kind of season 2.
I doubt she will.
You don't think so? You don't
She's
think
done bigger and better things, dude.
Dustin Diamond's in jail. Mark Paul Gosselaar has a pretty successful TV career now,
Right.
and Mario Lopez.
I think hers is more successful than his. No.
Well, don't forget that.
Tiffany Thiessen?
Yeah.
No, he's on that Path show right now.
But he's in this.
Mark Paul Gosselaar?
Yes.
I didn't see him in the trailer.
He's
is
the
he?
governor.
Oh yeah. That means he'll make
He's
a
not.
cameo appearance.
No.
in
That's
a
what I'm
couple
saying. He's not
episodes.
a regularly
He's not like,
recurring
oh,
character.
we're gonna run the school like Elizabeth Berkley and Mario Lopez are.
No, but he's
on a
in the
right
show.
now?
Yeah, he's working.
Path.
Yeah.
He's
What's
had
the-
like 3 shows.
Yeah,
The
what's
Path
the
is.
path.
The man
I
works.
haven't watched it yet, but I'm hearing awesome things about it. It's one of those tiny child has like some sort of extraterrestrial connection.
Yeah, it's a little
shows.
Is that what it's
or
called?
like zombies. It's something like
the
that.
Passage.
The Passage. Thank you, not the Path. The Passage.
All right.
I got the
The
name
Path's
wrong.
with Aaron Paul.
The Path is with Aaron Paul.
There we go.
All right. So okay, it looks like he's the lead in that.
Yep. And he had a show before. He was on Pitch a year or two before that. Like he
The
does
man
a couple.
works.
He does pretty. He works.
Man works.
He does work. Where's the woman who played, what was her name? Lisa Turtle? Is she in this?
No idea. What do you think of this trailer, though? What do you think about this show? Yes, these people may be coming back.
It looks terrible. I can't wait to watch it.
God awful. I'm not gonna watch that.
Oh, I'm totally gonna watch it.
Oh,
I watched the
I'm-
first season of Fuller House. I'll watch this shit.
God, I had to sift through that.
What was
I mean,
her
they got
name?
this
Lark
kid to basically.
Voorhees.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna.
Lark
I'm-
Voorhees, Brian. That's
Lark?
Yeah, Lark Voorhees. The only movie I can remember him was How High. Method Man.
Who are we
and
talking
Redman.
about?
Lark Voorhees, Lisa Turtle.
Oh, she played Lisa Turtle in the original Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, Lark Voorhees.
Oh. Is she in this? Is she working? What is she doing?
I don't know. The last thing she was
Can
in
you
was,
text her? Can you figure out what's
last
going on
thing
with
she
her?
was in was Zach Morris's Trash.
Is that a movie or are you just
That's
saying
a
it's
No,
trash?
are you
Documentary.
serious? You've never watched Zach Morris's Trash?
No.
Oh yeah, you need to watch.
What's Zach Morris's trash?
Just go to YouTube. Watch that. They're short. They're like there's 3 seasons of short episodes. They're not long.
It was like a
And
YouTube series. Okay.
It's a series, and this guy he points out how Zach Morris is like the worst human being who ever lived.
I mean, it's true, but
Right. But this guy
But-
breaks it down.
but she's
episodically.
playing herself. She's not playing a character. She's not an actress in that part. She's
no,
herself.
She's
Right.
No,
Okay.
No. I think it's featuring her as Lisa Turtle. Because it's
Gotcha. It's
the guy
meta. It
shows
gets
you
meta.
an episode of Saved by the Bell and breaks down
Why Zach
throughout
Morris
the
is-
episode how Zach Morris is trash.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past him.
So what you're
Look,
saying
season
is,
2 episode, what is it? Season 2 episode 4. The time Zach Morris fat shamed a girl who won him in a charity auction is the title of the episode.
So what you're saying is I can rewatch all of Saved by the Bell.
And then watch.
No.
Okay.
The
through
time
watching
Zach
Zach Morris is
Morris
trash.
used slave
Yes.
labor to sell friendship bracelets.
Okay. All right. They go right for it. All right. Well, I'll have to put that down the YouTube rabbit hole.
Hey, it was the 90s.
If we're just gonna be recommending
gonna
YouTube
do?
channels at that, oh my god! If we're gonna recommend YouTube channels while we're at it, may we entertain you with Food Theory? I think that's an improved YouTube channel.
This is it's not a YouTube thing. You can watch this on Prime Video. It's
Oh, okay, well, we'll watch it. All right. Let's move on to our game, considering that Saved by the Bell is, of course, being a reboot. So, therefore, I went around the internet and I gathered up a couple...
I'm so excited.
Thank you. I gathered up a couple other things that are going to be rebooted. And I want you two, to tell me if this is actually being rebooted or if I'm just lying to you and some of it's wishful thinking.
Oh, really? Is this what we're doing?
Why the hell not?
Fact or fiction?
Yeah, let's figure it out.
All right,
Figure it out.
Figure it out. That's what I say. I say figure it out.
Fantastic. Knight Rider. Is Knight Rider in talks to be
Yes.
rebooted?
Yes, it is.
I agree.
Goddamn right it is. It's coming back.
Again, for the 4th time.
Quantum Leap.
That's not a joke. That's legit.
I know. Quantum
I'm gonna
Yes.
say no, but I wish it was.
No, I'm pretty sure it is.
It is not. That's something I wish that's wishful thinking. I'm currently
that's
rewatching right now. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes,
Probably yes.
I know that is.
Are you actually do?
I'm almost positive.
Okay, I couldn't find anything that said it. That was again just me wishful thinking. But if you're thinking that's actually happening,
I'm pretty positive.
I'll
I
put
read
it on
an
there.
article about
The
it.
Smurfs,
Ugh.
the series,
Why?
The series, not like another movie.
not
we're
another
talking.
movie. The series,
Yeah,
The
they'll
Smurfs.
they'll throw some piece of trash out there. Sure,
No, I don't think so.
they should
Current-
redo Fraggle Rock. Instead.
Currently,
They already did.
Currently, they did redo Fraggle
Fraggle
Rock.
Rock is on Apple TV Plus, dude.
Yep.
Get with it.
All right, Lost.
Ew.
No,
Yes, currently in talks for a reboot.
that's the stupidest thing. I didn't even want it the first time.
What? They didn't even finish the first one, did they?
They did, but it was dumb.
But it was dumb. Currently in talks for a reboot. The Nickelodeon original Rugrats.
Yes.
Why? No.
No, it is not.
I was banking on
Wishful
90s
thinking.
nostalgia with that one.
NBC's Heroes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
I
I think
wish.
they're talking about it.
I wish, but as of right now.
Oh, you know
it's
what?
not
Now that
really.
you're thinking, I'm thinking about that 5th season didn't do too hot, did it?
No, it didn't. Not in
Even
there.
though it had Zachary Levi in
Yep.
it. Oh,
I
well.
don't even care. It was great.
enjoyed it.
Warner Brothers Animaniacs.
No.
They should not do that.
Yes, Hulu is rebooting it and premieres in November.
They shouldn't do it.
They
It's
shouldn't
coming
do
back.
it. It's like
It's not gonna be
it'd be
nearly
like
as
doing
good.
Rugrats. It's not going to be as good.
They're doing it.
They're not going to be able to get as
Nope.
grown-up humor.
Speaking
with
of
it.
which, then that brings us to Ren and Stimpy.
I know that is, yes.
Josh,
I mean, I'll agree, but who's doing it?
Comedy Central is rebooting
gross.
Ren and Stimpy. Cowboy Bebop.
No.
Cowboy Bebop is currently right now in the process of being rebooted. All right, now I got some movies for you. Movies that are going to get either sequels or reboots. Some of these we know about. Some of these I don't think we did. First one, pretty easy. Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Give it to me right away. We need it. Guys, the 1990 classic Twister. Getting a sequel.
1996.
Is that
No.
not in the 1990s?
No, I'm just thinking. Sure. I'm guessing it's sure. I'm sure it's getting a sequel.
Isn't Bill Paxton dead?
Yes, he is.
He is, but that doesn't mean we can't follow another set of Storm Chambers.
But they are going to do a sequel of Twister.
I
Helen
bet you
Hunt?
they'll get Helen Hunt, and then they'll be like, "Oh, you got together with Bill Paxton at the end of that movie. How's he doing?" You'll be like, "Oh, he died from a twister. Oh no, woe is me." That's gonna be awful. I can't wait to see it in the theater.
By the way, I'm very glad we got cynical Brian just for that moment right there. Home Alone.
Yeah, I know. we already know
covered
that.
that
Of course,
one.
they've done 8 of them.
Yep.
Sure.
The Garbage Pail Kids.
A movie?
The movie. The sequel.
Another one?
There was one already.
I know. It was
have a second one.
terrible. No.
Oh no.
Nope.
Nobody knows what that is anymore.
That's all right. Starship Troopers.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, damn right. They're rebooting that. Highlander.
Yes, that's
Oh.
gonna. That's
Yeah,
gonna be rebooted,
Josh. They're rebooting Highlander right now.
How?
They're
Because
it's their
the whole
immortals, bro.
concept, the whole concept of Highlander allows for reboots and sequels forever.
know. I just, it's either going to be awesome or total shit.
Yep.
They should just do a
Although
Netflix
Christopher
series
Lambert's
of
still
Highlander.
alive and kicking.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, but
And so's the Kurgan.
is the guy who did Duncan MacLeod?
He's
still
on,
alive? I don't know how
he's,
that whole series ended. He's
uh,
Mr. Krabs. Yeah.
No, the Kurgan?
Clancy Brown is Mr.
Oh,
Krabs.
yeah,
right. No, my bad. My
the
brain.
Kurgan is on the DC shows.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's
They
the general,
really,
what's his name?
I don't know.
I don't know, but they really should do is a Netflix series like Altered Carbon with Highlander.
Right,
Just have
which,
each season be a different Highlander.
The Highlander series was moderately good at the time. All right, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Reboot All Dogs Go to Heaven, Brian?
I don't want them to, but I'm sure they will.
They are not. Not in
Oh, thank
talks for
God.
that. MacGruber.
Yeah, I
Ew.
already know that this is coming out.
Go away.
Adapting that into a series.
It's a
Go
Peacock show. It's
Yep.
gonna be.
Gladiator, getting a sequel.
I heard
Wait,
about
wait,
that,
wait.
yes.
The boxing movie or
No.
No, the Russell
Crowe
Crowe
movie.
movie.
How are they going to
And
do a
yes,
sequel?
they're doing
He's
it.
dead.
That it's not about him.
Well, I'm sorry, they are doing a sequel to Gladiator.
He's dead.
I read
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yep.
And Caesar's dead.
Yep.
it's about his son. I'm sure,
Sure. Still doing
or
it.
just another
Wait,
gladiator.
whose son? His son's dead.
Yeah. No, his whole family was dead.
Russell
Russell
Crowe's
Crowe's
whole
family.
Oh, yeah,
family's
that's right.
dead.
It's just gonna be about another gladiator.
Hands on the wheat. Remember the hands on the wheat?
Gladiators. I remember the
It's
hands
gone.
on the wheat. It
They're doing it.
also has been years since I've seen this
They're
movie.
doing Gladiator 2. The
I know that.
Rocketeer.
No,
Yes. They are doing another Rocketeer movie.
are they rebooting it?
Yes.
Do we have more detail?
No.
Okay,
They
I'll
just-
hold my judgment.
Van Helsing.
No.
I bet you they are, but that movie was bad,
Oh,
even
real
though I
bad.
own it.
They are not rebooting Van Helsing.
Oh,
right now.
thank God.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes, they
yes,
are. We
they
know.
are.
We are very happy for that one. All right, final two. We all know Coming to America is coming. The next one, though, is Rush Hour.
Which is a no.
Of this list, though, I mean, is there anything that you would like to see come back? I'm on board for Quantum Leap. I want more of that.
Oh.
I'm
but
rewatching that right now.
You said that's a no.
I know, but I want it. Like, I
Well,
want
of
it.
course.
That's what I'm saying. Of the list that you got the no or the yes, what is the one that you would wish would actually happen?
Quantum Leap.
Really?
And with the way they ended it, they could do it.
Yes, they could.
with Scott Bakula.
Yes.
Have I told you my pitch for a new Quantum Leap?
Pitch away, good sir. I'm
Okay.
very much on board for any quantum leap.
Doug Stanhope's character in Quantum Leap. What's his name again? It's been a while. Al?
Al. Yeah, the hologram.
Al? Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of Quantum Leap,
Spoilers for Quantum Leap if you haven't watched it.
At the end of Quantum Leap, he has to make a choice. He can either get out of the machine or he can continue leaping, and he decides to continue leaping. I forget why, but I just remember that.
Right.
So it's a very ambiguous ending. He's still out there leaping through time and making things right. And my idea is it's a sequel series set in the, however long in the future you want it to be. And you got a new character who is somehow gets involved in this same experiment and is trying to get Scott out. Because what's the character's name that Scott Bakula plays?
Sam.
Oh, Sam. So he's trying to get Sam out, succeeds in getting Sam out. Sam says, "No, you don't understand. Someone has to be in there. I need to go back." And
Like the Speed Force jail.
like the Speed Force.
There we go.
But so this new person decides, okay, I'll be the guy. I'll jump in, and then Sam becomes the new Al.
Right.
Yes.
And then
you have
we ditch Al because if you rewatch it, Al's not suited for television anymore.
we ditch Al. Al is gone. Sam becomes the new Al and kind of mentoring a new person to do the leaping. But he could also go on and live his life.
I got
now.
it. The new Sam, Zachary Levi.
Yes. Sold.
Zachary Levi.
Hollywood hire me. And I'll bring CJ along for moments like that.
I just need that. I'll be there just for the quantum leap.
Like
stuff.
we can feed him some bread every once in a while.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. I'll live off crumbs. All right. Well, there we go. That's Reboot or Not. Pretty good, guys. Not too bad. All right, well, if you like this podcast, please go ahead and share it with a friend because sharing is the ultimate internet currency, and we thank you for your donation. Other than that, thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or whatever it is that we are to you right now, and we will talk to you in 2 weeks.
Well, welcome to the club because you are that kind of nerd.
Fans are on, but not overheating. Okay. Whoa, that's really loud.
Name of your sex tape.
Sex? What's happening right now?
Thanks, Jake Peralta. Thanks, Jake.
You're welcome.
Hold on, I'd like to now check in with our resident Brian to see if there's any fucks in his field. Brian, I'm sensing there's no fucks in your field over there. 0 fucks.
This Russian song is 8 minutes long. I'm sorry.
You know what? I wasn't going to leave the 0 fucks thing in, but I may now. I don't know. Anything to add to this?
I'm 5 minutes into an 8-minute Russian song. I have nothing to add about John Branco.
Let's see it.